3rd and 10 with 1:16 left. Flag down. Montgomery to the 25, 20. He's to the 12-yard line. Now they stop the clock with 1:07. Let's check the penalty. Offside Oakland. It'll be first down for Philadelphia at the 12-yard line, and with a penalty they get a break. They don't need to stop the clock with a timeout.
Defense, number 90 lined up in the neutral zone, decline the penalty. That's first down.
Willie Jones guilty
second
of that encroachment. Oh, the Eagles are going to call timeout here. Wilbert Montgomery as he sprints close to the 10-yard line. While we have a timeout, let's go to John Brody and Len Dawson for their observations.
Well, first of all, Dick, what you'll notice is Philly isn't getting much time, but what is happening is they're using a lot of different formations. They're forcing Oakland into automatic defenses. Most of those are zone types, and the defensive linemen and linebackers know they better get to Jaworski quick or they're not going to have any case at all. They've been able to do that on several occasions. They've thrown 2 third-down screens, which is Philadelphia's personality when things aren't working downfield. That one was effective. The one prior was not.
John, you know, on first down is very important. If they're going to utilize all these formations, they have to be successful on first down. 2 things they want to do. They want to be able to run wide on the Oakland Raiders, and secondly, they want to get the football to 2 other men, Carmichael and Wilbert Montgomery. They'll split Wilbert Montgomery out wide, hoping he gets man-to-man coverage out there to get him the football and let somebody make an open field tackle on him. So far, though, things have not been working well for Philadelphia, but they're very much in the ball game here.
Thank you, Len and John. Leonard Toews, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, who fought his own battle to maintain the leadership of that franchise, hired Dick Vermeil, pays him royally, has given him total support. When you have successful organizations, you look to the top, and you have to give credit where it's due. Mr. Toews has built himself an excellent organization and a great football team under the guidance of this man on the field, Dick Vermeil.
Dick Vermeil said his boss told him, just tell me what I can do to help. He said, that's the only time I'm going to be communicating with you.
Can't ask for more than that. Inside the 12 with plenty of time, 1:07 left, 9th play of this drive. Play action going for Montgomery. Ted Hendricks had picked him up on that swing. Remember, Philadelphia has but 1 timeout left.
John talked about the personality of these Philadelphia Eagles. One of the things they do a lot of is play action passing. And personally, I don't think they fool anybody in a situation like that. Obviously, 1:02, they'd like to get it into the end zone quickly, and they did not fool the Oakland Raider defense on that particular play.
Ron Jaworski, you saw him roll a cheerleader. His team came back to the huddle. He's from Lackawanna, New York, right near Buffalo. Of course, the Buffalo Bills, so very close, as were the Cleveland Browns, to advancing as they were defeated in San Diego in the final minutes. 2nd and 10. Incomplete as Mike Davis denied Keith Trefley.
Almost the same kind of play that Mike Davis made his saving interception on in that Cleveland game. Trefley coming down in motion, taps the quarterback, cuts back against the grain. Davis coming across, timing his contact with the arrival of the ball, and then reaching out and slapping it to the ground. Good defensive work.
58 seconds left, and Tom Flores has sent in Cedric Hartman and Willie Jones, 2 defensive ends, along with Otis McKinney, a 5th defensive back. Dick Vermeil counters with Rodney Parker left, Charlie Smith right, and slotted right is Carmichael. They like to go to Carmichael in this situation. But they're going to Smith or Parker, and it's incomplete. He was open. Rodney Parker had beaten McKinney, but the pass too far. And on comes Tony Franklin, much to the chagrin of Ron Jaworski.
Jaworski'd like to go back and have another pop at that one. A receiver who was open flipped a little too hard. I'm afraid the adrenaline is pumping a little too hard in Jaworski. You see the open receiver, The ball over the top. Rodney Parker can't believe that was not a touchdown.
It's not been his day. He caught a touchdown pass earlier, but it was nullified because of a penalty. If he kicks it, this will be a 28-yard field goal. Franklin. Blocked. Picked up, and that's a live ball. Willie Jones still doesn't have it. It'll be Oakland's ball regardless at the 14-yard line. Ted Hendricks, number 83, who has blocked more kicks than anyone in the history of this great game in the NFL, has another scalp.
But the ball was kicked low. One of the problems that Franklin has had during the season, he kicks the ball a long distance, but watch how low this kick is. A perfect hold, but just at chest level for Hendricks. Ball bounces away, and had Willie Jones been able to pick that one up on the fly, he'd have been gone.
Well, first down Oakland, 43 seconds left. There's Hendricks, 83, and he fly swats. He would have been a great volleyball player, wouldn't he?
I said chest level. I was a little optimistic. He was up high for that one, but the kick definitely low.
That doesn't count his playoff blocks, and he has another handful in this tournament. Van Egan protecting the ball. Gets to the 19-yard line. So the Eagles will trail apparently 14-3 at the half. Two critical penalties have cost them at least one touchdown, and maybe the Raiders would have had but a field goal, not a touchdown. And now they lose on a very short field goal attempt after a long drive as Franklin is blocked.
Dick Vermeil has not been happy with the performances of his field goal kicker. He's told him that. He said it publicly. Franklin, who's a very emotional athlete, with that great range, with the great capability in the kicking leg, has not made his boss happy here in the final seconds of this first half of the Super Bowl.
And that is the end of the first half of Super Bowl 15. A reminder, the Philadelphia Eagles have one of the best records of not only scoring, but shutting out the opposition in the second half. They'll need to follow that form because at the intermission, it's the Oakland Raiders 14 and the Philadelphia Eagles 3. The two touchdowns by Plunkett both came out of scrambles. He was scrambling, found Branch, and then he was ad-libbing and found King.
One of the things we've said about Jim Plunkett in the past, he doesn't look that impressive. Very often he looks like he's a bit clumsy, and often he looks a little tentative in the way he throws the ball, but he finds a way to win. And he's done that here. He found some extra time on those scrambles and got the ball completed on target. One of the other things that is interesting about Plunkett, if you watch him throw the football, at times he throws it tentatively, as if he's trying to steer it. And when he throws a pass like that, he's got a problem with it. When he is zipping the ball, and he is zipping the ball in the first half, he has the ball generally on target.
The Oakland Raiders have had an incredible year against the National Conference teams. In their history, Oakland has beaten NFC teams 27 times, lost only 7 with one tie. And the Raiders are ahead at halftime 14-3, and they'll get the ball first to open the second half. Tony Franklin and the Eagle kicking team on. Dick Vermeil, the tough taskmaster of the Philadelphia Eagles. Wouldn't it have been interesting to hear what he had to say at the intermission? He didn't say that. No, he didn't say that.
He's a very emotional coach, and I'm sure he was angry. His people have not played well, but he also understands that there's still a lot of football left to be played in this Super Bowl 15, and I'm sure he said, look, all we have to do is go out and play our game, take control of this football game. We put ourselves right back into it.
He might have reminded him, hey, no penalty, that would have been a touchdown. We don't get the field goal block, that's a field goal. It should be 14-13. He's been kicking barefooted since he was a sophomore in high school, and he's kicked the longest field goals in Texas ever since. High school, collegiate at A&M, Tony Franklin, and now a 59-yarder in the pros, second only to Tom Dempsey's all-time